Is it just me, or is the only way you can say Dua Lipa is if you say her full name? It just doesn't make sense to me if you say Dua or Lipa. They have to exist together. It's kind of like Tuukka Rask from the Boston Bruins. You never hear an announcer say Tuukka with a big save or Rask with a big save. I don't know, just a thought. Hey there, welcome back to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we are discussing the new Dua Lipa album, Future Nostalgia. Once model, now singer and songwriter, the English Dua Lipa is quickly becoming an A-list pop star, and we have New Rules to thank for that, her massive breakup anthem of 2017. Last time I checked, its music video had like 2 billion views or something. Absolutely insane, but I can't criticize. It's a great track. A little bit of a timeline for Dua Lipa since her debut album, which was also self-titled, dropped in June 2017. She's been fairly quiet since then, obviously touring, but only releasing a couple tracks over the past 2 years. Most recently, before the album cycle, she put out the film soundtrack single Swan Song. It was okay, nothing spectacular, but the telltale sign for Future Nostalgia might have come with the 2018 Calvin Harris collaboration. Those two released the incredibly danceable One Kiss. Not One Dance, I can't stand that dancehall crap. This album, though, Future Nostalgia, has been taking a while to drop, and now it is finally here. It actually came out a week prior than when it was supposed to, on April 3rd. As many of her fans would know, Dua Lipa got pretty emotional on her Instagram account, announcing the early release amidst all the uncertainty in the world at the moment. And plus, the album leaked. That's just an artist's worst nightmare, so I felt really bad for her. As you would expect, Dua Lipa felt conflicted with releasing this album, but I'm glad she did because she delivers on exactly what she set out to do, to make us smile, to make us dance, and to make us proud. Not only did she do that, but she also capitalized on one of my most anticipated albums of this year. She perfectly promoted Future Nostalgia as well with 3 incredible singles, Don't Start Now, the title track, and Physical, all having slick production and sticky hooks. Don't Start Now, the lead single, has the same songwriters as on New Rules. In fact, it actually plays like a New Rules 2.0, another breakup anthem, just being revamped with a heavily disco-inspired beat, which a good portion of this record takes shape from. In addition, Don't Start Now has super smooth and suave bass. I also love what sounds like a cowbell. Altogether, it's just one of the best hit songs of 2019 for sure. Talking about the title track, Dua Lipa worked with the American producer Jeff Basker for the first time here, who seems to have a knack with bringing out the best of British artists, namely Harry Styles with Sign of the Times, and Mark Ronson with Uptown Funk. Lyrically, as many title tracks go, Future Nostalgia is no exception. It is the crux of the record. After all, you only have one first lyric. You can't just redo that, so it's always vital to establish what you're going to be speaking about. And in the case of Dua Lipa, she has lots of compelling topics. She's making nods to the less is more concept, future architecture, and Rolling Stones. Just a perfect blend of expressing the desire to be innovative while still having fun and reminiscing about the past. And then the other pre-release single I have yet to mention, Physical. This is power pop, okay? This is instantly going to get you out on the dance floor. Of course, we have that coy 80s reference to the Olivia Newton-John hit, but what I love about this track is the authoritative vocal performance from Dua Lipa. It might just be her most commanding on this project. As for the tune, it's just straight 80s gas. Once we have that bridge kick in, this song is just truly relentless. It's a rager if dance music ever had one. Now, with the rest of the album in our hands, I can see an admirable musical vision coming together. Songs that are accustomed to disco's past, but also modernized and ready for today's radio. The peak of Future Nostalgia might just be the song Break My Heart, which is like this song pleading for dance crying to make a comeback. I think it's impossible not to want to dance to this song, just wanting to go out into a club, which at this point Dua Lipa is like, no, I might want to stay home, gotta stay away from my boyfriend maybe. She's questioning things. Maybe she's staying home for a different reason, maybe for health reasons. Stay home. Subliminal messaging aside, this is the catchiest song on the album. It's also great because even at some points of the song, Dua Lipa reminds me of Lady Gaga, especially with the shouted baby lyric in the pre-chorus. Break My Heart is also a genuinely star-studded track. We have Andrew Watt producing, we have Chad Smith on the drums. How cool is that? This track also samples Need You Tonight by INXS. I mean, what else could you want from this? class. It already has a good shot at being Song of the Year, definitely at least Pop Song of the Year in my opinion. Now when we're talking about the other star-studded affairs on this project, the production and mastery from Stuart Price comes to mind. For fans of The Killers, you'll definitely recognize the name. He's produced some of their biggest hits, but here on Future Nostalgia, he's providing his keen ear for poppy and catchy elements. What songs best exhibit that are Cool and Levitating, the former of which, Cool, has a slinky, summery tune to it, vaguely reminding me of a newer style Paramore. I love the witty wordplay of You Got Me Losing My Cool, guess we're ready for the summer. There's a fun little hook and pre-chorus. I love the lower cadence switch up on the bridge, it just adds to the track's replay factor, and it's also nice to see Tove Lo getting some writing credits on here too. Then on the track Levitating, I also appreciate the glossy production on this. Interestingly enough, Levitating acted as the starting point for the concept of this record, Future Nostalgia, according to the live stream on YouTube from Dua Lipa. I don't know about you, but I instantly fell in love with this song. It made the hair on my arms actually stand up the first time I heard it. This song is just instantly likable for a number of elements, including the rap flow, which is kind of similar to new wave artists like Blondie, or even going a bit more contemporary with Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons. Furthermore, the bridge on Levitating also reminds me of Kesha, some of her tracks from High Road. The halftime beat switch up only elevates this track to a euphoric level as well. We drop the instrumentation before we come back into the chorus once again. And I have to point out one of my favorite lyrics from this album, just whenever you say sugar boo, that makes me laugh. I think it's so cute and cuddly. Now, if you're familiar with Dua Lipa's messaging and all, you'll know that she loves to insert themes of feminism. Those themes are definitely on the album. They're taken to an extreme sometimes, maybe tongue-in-cheek here and there. I would say the most controversial songs end this album, with the final two being Good in Bed and Boys Will Be Boys. Neither of them actually offends me though. I appreciate both for different reasons. Good in Bed, I like this one for its irreverent vocals in the chorus. The melisma, it all just sounds like a Lizzo track. It is borderline annoying. I get why people might not like it. And then building on top of that, the lyrics, some people might not enjoy those either, but I see it as like this cautionary tale for someone stringing along a relationship just because they enjoy the physical aspect of it. The final note I want to make about Good in Bed though is just how funky the bass line is, and it doesn't really have to sacrifice itself even with the Take a Day Trip hip-hop production, which I don't know how I enjoyed this track so much as I did, but I did. And then we have the closer, Boys Will Be Boys. It is a towering finale with group chanted vocals. An empowering track for women, obviously sparks a debate about the Boys Will Be Boys double standard. Do I get offended by this track? Apparently I'm doing something wrong if I do, but I don't see what the big deal is. I have no issues with it. I guess if there is a dull spot on this record, it comes on one of the more lyrically tame tracks, Pretty Please, which has a chunky bass line, production that really just reminds me of Voice Notes by Charlie Puth down to a T. The vocals, the bass, the ambiance. I appreciate the sound play with the auxiliary percussion and the synthesizers here. It might have just ended up being a little bit more minimal than I would have liked. So yeah, unfortunately, Pretty Please ends the perfect streak of songs to begin this album. The hook is easily the most forgettable, and it just doesn't feel like it has the same weight behind it as some of the other songs. That's the only negative, the only one. Being honest, a lot of the string and disco elements on Future Nostalgia would make a band like ABBA proud. In fact, I bet a whole bunch of artists like Donna Summer, Boney M, Eurythmics, and Pet Shop Boys would be happy with the final results of this album. Most importantly, I'm happy with this album. I'm very impressed with the final result. Dua Lipa perfectly captures nostalgia with 80s synth pop. She does that while paying tribute to the best of new wave, fusing disco and electro while distilling and impeccably repackaging it for the 2020s. She easily could have been lazy with this and just let it be a rehash of tropes, and thank God it wasn't. To go along with the nostalgia, to make this an even greater artistic statement, Dua Lipa frames frames her own future by envisioning herself in many places, whether it's rocking out in front of her fans on stage or just strutting with swagger. Remarkably, she has powerhouse and commanding vocals comparable to Adele. She has the attitude and assertiveness of Rihanna, and she's come into her own. Dua Lipa is a complete artist now, and dare I say it, she has a great chance for legendary status with future nostalgia. As much as she doesn't take herself serious all the time, Dua Lipa may have heralded herself as the new and legitimate female alpha of the music industry. Female alpha of 2020, she's my spirit animal, even as a dude. So yeah, I'm feeling a 9 out of 10 on Dua Lipa's new album. There you have it. Yeah, this is a special album. Don't think that we're going to be forgetting about it anytime soon. Those are my thoughts. Sound off down below in the comments. Let me know what you think of this music. Whether you agree, disagree, I'm here to engage with you guys. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new in town. I'd appreciate that very much. As always, thanks for watching. Have a rockin' day.